Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. It's Dr. Terralon, and I'm happy to be back again. It's a little wet here, a little rainy. Thunderstorms have just passed here in the DMV, but it's still a great day. So come on in, everybody, and let's talk about I Kissed Clinical Medicine goodbye. We're coming off a great week, and I'm just happy to be back with everybody. I'm Dr. Terralon, your board-certified family physician, speaker, and now best-selling author. Thank you guys so much. I help medical professionals make pivotal changes so that they can find careers of financial independence, flexibility, and freedom through my coaching programs and my new best-selling book, I Kissed Clinical Medicine goodbye. So thank you very much. You can find me on all social media platforms at Dr. Terralon. That's DrTerralon. So hit like and share and follow me. Again, that's DrTerralon. And you can also purchase my new book at kissedmedicinegoodbye.com. You can get a signed copy. I'd be happy to personalize it for you. I'm very excited. It was just released. It was on the Amazon best-selling list this past week, and you guys helped me make it happen. Let me actually put that in the comments so that you can click on it. It's called I Kissed Medicine Goodbye, but I'm just going to type it here so you can click on the link, kissedmedicinegoodbye.com, and that will take you directly to my website. So thank you guys so much for joining. Let me see who I have on the line. StreamYard's not showing me, so what I'm trying to do is also pay attention on my Facebook page. So hopefully it'll show me in just a second. So thanks for joining. So today I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the book. Again, thank you guys. I'm coming off of a great week. I released the book. It's an 80-page, just a primer, a little bit about the reason, a little bit about my journey into why I went into medicine, and about alternatives to clinical medicine. What this book is not it's not an encouragement to leave clinical medicine, and it's for anybody who wants to change careers, and it helps you make that decision. And believe me, I'm not trying to encourage doctors to leave, because I want a primary care doctor. we all need them. But what I have realized is sometimes things happen in life where we may need to leave. It may not be a good fit. Maybe we're not in the right specialty. Maybe we have to take care of a parent. Maybe we have to just switch gears. I've met physicians who can't operate anymore, or who have had an accident where they can't operate in their chosen profession. Maybe they've lost. This used to never happen, but during the pandemic, many of us had to pivot because our hospitals closed, or our hospital system decided they wanted to downsize. There's been a huge shift from hiring more doctors to hiring what we call more mid-levels, to do the jobs that we have, maybe hiring physician assistants or nurse practitioners. And so, or maybe doctors who own their own practices are finding that it's not financially feasible. So there are lots of reasons why doctors are looking to serve patients and their communities in other ways. And so sometimes when we've been trained one way, we need to figure out how to do things in another way. And so what I found was, sometimes it's hard to make that change in your mind. And it's not just for doctors. It's for anybody who wants to make a change. Anybody who, maybe you wanted to be a teacher and now you wanted to be a chef. That happens a lot. There is you hear a lot about people who are going on to second careers. There is a chef here in the DC area who opened up a bakery. He actually was an attorney. He was a trained attorney at first, and people thought he was out of his mind, but he actually just a second, guys. Okay, I'm back. So back to what I was saying, but yes, sometimes we need to pivot, and I talk a lot about finding your purpose and your passion in this book, because a lot of times it will help us to serve when once we're serving in our purpose and we marry our purpose and our passion, then I mean, sky's the limit. So I hope you will consider getting this book, because it's not just for physicians, it's for anybody who is considering a career change. And the first thing that I tackle is the mindset, because considering a career change, once you've made up your mind that you've done, you're going to be a fireman, and you've done this, and then you decide you've done all the preparation, you've done all the schooling, you've done all the training, and then you decide that you're not happy or it's not serving the purpose, and that you need to pivot, then that becomes a really, really tough decision, right? So I start with mindset, and we talk about a lot about having either a growth mindset or a fixed mindset. And a growth mindset or a fixed mindset, growth mindset just basically talks about, do you have the kind of mindset where you feel like you are able to gather new skills, or you're ready to learn new skills? Let me make sure I'm focused on you guys. Sorry about that. Just checking my other screen to make sure I can see you guys. But yeah, and then the other is a fixed mindset. And a fixed mindset is one in which you believe that, well, I've been born with all the skills that I need, so I don't need to learn anything else. Well, if you have a fixed mindset, then you're eventually going to reach a plateau. So we focus on developing a growth mindset in this book. Another thing that I talk about is figuring out whether you are actually burned out or not, whether you need a break. Because sometimes, and again, I'm not encouraging people to leave clinical medicine, it's figure out whether it's the right fit for you. Because sometimes if you're burned out, you may need a break. And so on page 39, I talk a little bit about burnout, and I'll read a little bit to you. Let me see if they're in, and feel free to comment, guys, if you're here. I just want to make sure, because I'm not seeing my comments. Let me just see if you guys are here. Feel free to say hello if you're here. To address burnout, it may not be necessary to walk completely away from the job. First, take a break. All too often, while physicians are caring for others, we do not take the time to take care of ourselves. Take some time away from work. This means totally unplugging from work. Do not call in. Do not check messages. Do not check emails. At least 1 week, 2 weeks if possible, will allow you to relax the way you want to and evaluate the positives and negatives of the current job without distractions. Now, I know that's not possible, but if you're a physician, and you almost always have 2 weeks, but I do encouraging unplugging, and that means totally unplugging, because if you are truly burned out, then it doesn't do you any good to plug in to actually check messages. And that goes for any job if you're burned out. When you return to work, decide if there are positives at your current job that outweigh the negatives enough for you to stay, provided the negatives can be modified. Speak with your supervisor and other stakeholders to see if there is consensus on the opportunities for improvement. You have identified and set a deadline. Identify whether this is a team with a growth mindset or not. Remember, I talked about a growth mindset. If so, they will be willing to not only react to your current concerns, but be proactive going forward, not waiting until you bring concerns to them. Insert regular self-care into your routine. Burnout commonly occurs when we don't take scheduled breaks and vacations. So I think it was one of the government, and I forget which bureau, and I quoted it in this book, that we actually, Americans only took, only 50, I think it was less than 50% of Americans took their vacation, those of us who actually have vacation days. So if you have vacation, use them. Use your vacation days, because it really does affect your stress level. So there are some of us who have been trained to not take days off unless we are sick, unless we have a doctor's appointment. If you have vacation days, start taking them, and don't wait until the end of the year. Don't wait until it's just for Christmas, or if it's just for Thanksgiving. I know that I regularly had that problem, because then those tend to be stressful as well, because we're often trying to visit family. We're trying to travel. That travel is stressful. And even sometimes let's just say visiting family can be stressful as well. You need those days where you don't have anything planned, or you're doing something relaxing. And self-care is not necessarily going to get your nails done, it can be, but let's call that, or a massage. Self-care is anything that will allow you to relax, right? If you like to go fishing, or if you like to just go walk in the mall, or it could just be a me day at home, quiet time. You need to schedule those days regularly and use your vacation days for that, not for running errands, because those are usually filled with stress. Because at the end of those days, you really, when you're going back to work, then you have not relaxed. You've not taken time off for yourself. The other thing that I talk about is a lot of times we aren't taking care of our physical health. And so a lot of times we've forgotten our physical, we've forgotten to schedule regular visits with our doctor. How many of you during the pandemic have missed your regular physical with your doctor? Have you scheduled that, right? Guilty here, because a lot of them were doing telehealth visits, right? And so we may have forgotten to do that. There are regular maintenance things that our doctors check that we don't often think about, especially that are age related. There may be certain vaccines that are done at your regular doctor's visit, and sometimes there are things come up at your doctor's visit that that our doctors catch that are that will help us out. And stress is one thing that you can talk about at your doctor's visit. And then I also talk about your spiritual wellness. Now, spirit and religion are two separate things. I talk about meditation. Meditation is a relaxed state of awareness. Anybody can meditate. It's an ancient practice. Many cultures all over the world do it regardless of religion. You can meditate. And if you need a primer on meditation or need help, you can do guided meditation. There are lots of apps that help you do that. You can do that. I've done it just with YouTube. You can do it for 5 minutes, 2 minutes. There are lots of help with meditation. So, but just realize it's not the same as prayer if you're concerned about it being sacrilegious. Meditation is just simply a relaxed state of awareness. And again, if you need help with meditation, you can use an app. You can simply go to YouTube. You can Google it. There are lots of help with meditation, but meditation is very healthy and very relaxing. Yoga. A lot of people find that yoga is very helpful with their spirit, for their spiritual wellness. Yoga is a set of poses, and it originated in India over 5,000 years ago. It improves mental clarity. So again, not sacrilegious. It is a practice. So again, you can do yoga for 5 minutes. You can do it for 45 or 60 minutes. If you need help, there are lots of apps. You can do it YouTube, or you can do a class, however you choose to do it. Just try it. These are all healthy. We're doing all healthy, low intensity ways of that's physically healthy and spiritual. It will also help your spiritual spiritual wealth and spiritual health. Affirmations. I think we forget the power of the tongue and the power of positive thinking. There's actually science to back up affirmations. So affirmations are declarations of positivity. You are declaring something positive will happen. Daily affirmations will increase your motivation, much like a vision board. But simple statements. I am strong. I'm smart. I'm beautiful. Those are powerful statements. They say them over and over. I am wealthy. Yeah. I mean, you can speak those things into existence. I mean, you start to believe those things. They are very motivating. They are very inspiring. There is actual science to back up the fact that our nerve endings are fired. Extra nerve endings are fired when we do positive affirmations, and we start to and the more we practice them, the more we start to believe them, and the science that we start to work and put effort towards those affirmations to make them come true. So daily affirmations are real. And the more, not only say them, but write them down. Okay? Write them down. And I also address financial wellness as well. So I know that everybody can't change jobs right away. You make a plan. You have to evaluate your financial wellness too. If you are, set on doing this and this is not the place where you want to be, you have to take stock of where you are financially and where you want to be and where you need to be. You may not be able to do that right away, but if it's something that you want to be, you may need to start saving so that you can make a pivot to another job. So physical wellness, spiritual wellness, spiritual/emotional wellness, and financial wellness are all important. And I address that in this primer, I Kiss Clinical Medicine Goodbye. But again, this is for anyone who is thinking about a change. And like I said, I am not encouraging anyone to leave their job or leave medicine. It's about, if you're thinking about it, these are just the steps that you go through when you're thinking about, hey, is this the place for me? Do I need to change? I really want to do something else with my life. And so this was a labor of love. I wrote it because when I was thinking about it, I was just sort of throwing paint against the wall. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just trying different things. I just knew that my current situation at the clinic, I was burned out. Burnout meaning I was stressed, unhappy. I knew that I wanted to serve patients in healthcare. I just needed to figure out in a different way how to do it, because I was going from room to room feeling like I was not helping patients. I was writing prescriptions, but it felt very empty. And I did have to try a few different things, but you know what? Like I said in the beginning, mindset, I had to change my mindset. I had to be open to trying something different because I had only been trained to see patients one by one by one by one. And then I saw an opportunity for a quote unquote medical director. I didn't know what the heck a medical director was. It was the business side of medicine. So I thought, ooh, it's not direct patient care. But guess what? I learned the business side. I learned that how to make decisions. I learned how to advocate for patients, even though they're not going to see me doing that. But I'm helping people who don't have medical degrees make decisions about medicine, and it feels very good because a lot of times there are needs that people with, what I've learned is people with the money, they're the people in control. And so, it takes people like us to sort of advocate and say, hey, yes, that patient needs that money, and they will listen. They will listen. And because and especially people of color, need to be in those positions to make the people with the suits listen. So we need more women. We need more women of color. We need more mothers. We need diversity at the top, or people in positions to help make decisions for people that look like us who may not have that power. So I said all that to say thank you so much for supporting I Kiss Clinical Medicine Goodbye. Hey, Emmett, I didn't know if you're still on. Thanks for joining. But yeah, I'm just thankful. Thank you for the support. I hope you will buy the book. Just if you're interested, you're welcome to buy the ebook. It's available on Amazon. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. Please ask away. I want this to be interactive, but just wanted to come on and say thank you for all of the support. And thank you for making me a bestseller. And I'm looking forward to more coming from this, looking forward to the journey. And thank you. So let's see, anybody else besides Emmett? Let's see. Well, all right, guys, I won't hold you too long. I'll have on some more guests pretty soon who have made the pivot from medicine. So more to come. Look for those announcements. I'll continue to promote the book. You can feel free to send me a direct message if you have any questions. Again, it's I Kiss Clinical Medicine Goodbye. You can get a signed copy from me at kissmedicinegoodbye.com. The ebook is available at Amazon. So thank you for your time. Have a good day. Be well. I'm Dr. Terralon, your board certified family physician speaker, best-selling author, yes, and coach through my coaching programs and my best-selling book, I Kiss Clinical Medicine Goodbye. I help physicians make pivotal changes so that they can design careers of freedom, flexibility, and financial independence. You can follow me on all social media platforms at Dr. Terralon. That's DrTerralon. And feel free to contact me, guys. Thank you so much. And I hope you'll go out and purchase the book, I Kiss Clinical Medicine Goodbye, at Kiss Medicine Goodbye. That's Kiss Medicine Goodbye. And thank you for your time tonight. Take care and be well.